everyone, it's Melissa coming at you with another pick a card. This one's gonna be on how intimidating are you? Now guys, I just wanna put it out there that how people view us are not exactly representations of who we are, so please don't get offended. You know, if you happen to pick a pile and you're like, I don't come across like that. You know, we never know how we come across unless we step outside of ourselves and actually take a look at us, okay? I've been told many times in person that I'm quite intimidating. And then when people actually start to get to know me, they're like, oh my God, you're the friendliest person. So sometimes it could just be actually our facial features, but we will get into detail with that. So I just wanted to put that out there. Please don't get offended. This is for entertainment purposes only. For fun, okay? Another thing, please check the description box. Everything will be there as far as how to book with me, how to reach out to me. Timestamps will be there as well, so you can find everything situated nicely and neatly in the description box. Please do not ask me where the timestamps are or why didn't you put timestamps. They are in the description box. So without further ado, feel free to pause the video, or if not, let's start with pile one. Okay, pile one, let's see what's going on. Let's see how intimidating you are. Okay. This is actually funny. This is funny, actually. Okay, so you're not intimidating at all. You're more confusing than anything, okay? This is a lot of confusion here. People don't really understand you. You come across as very aloof and distant, but it's not like you're trying to be. You're very busy, okay? So let's just go very slowly because I'm gonna let you know why I see what I see. So with the Two of Swords here, you could come off as a quite indecisive person. This could be with, people might feel like, I don't know which way she would go. I don't know if I invited her to this, that like she would even want to come. I'm not saying that you're not friendly, but you're definitely distant. I mean, look at the Eight of Cups here. You're in another world, okay? And you might have a lot on your mind, or you could just be very busy, okay? There's other things that need your attention. So you're not even really like noticing people around you or noticing your environment too much. It's more just like you're just moving through and getting what needs to be done. Now look, again, we have a Three of Wands here. This man has his back to me. He's looking out on the horizon. He's thinking about his future. I don't know, maybe he's lost in a world of philosophies, or maybe he's trying to educate himself right now. But again, we have like two backs here turned to me, okay? So it just makes me feel like you're not intimidating. You're just hard to kind of reach and hard to kind of understand, or hard to fucking, oops, I just swore, read or figure out, okay? We know these personalities, okay? We know these personalities. And I'll say, like, if you come across as a very friendly person and open and just like, hi, then this is not for you. Please don't think that every reading is going to resonate with you. How can it possibly resonate? It's general and it's for thousands of people. So let's continue here. Again, we have someone chasing after this woman who's got her back turned. You're really busy, but I'll tell you, even though you're not applying to what this video is about, I can read something totally different for you here. So, people, they want a piece of you, they want your attention, but like I said, in another world. And, this is kind of what tells me here too, that you could be very busy with your endeavors, is that this person's chipping away, at ththese pentacles. This is basically, building up one's, resume, goal list, and then we have another card that's following here. See how that kind of cup is being extended and this person's like, doesn't want it. So you're really, really confusing to people. Now, I don't think you care, which, I mean, you don't need to care unless you want to care, but you're confusing people. I feel like people would like to get to know who you are, but you're a little closed off. Now, that could be for a plethora of reasons. I mean, we're not here to get into that today. This could be, you've been hurt maybe, but I don't really feel like you're blocking people out of like pain. I feel like you're just kind of really like busy in your own world. Now, you might enjoy your company a lot because we have one person here, 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 and here it's like we have one person because this person's just kind of like trying to go their own way, and this other person's just kind of trying to chase after them. But you could really just be a person who enjoys your own company, satisfied with yourself. You know, you don't have any hangups in life about, you know, needing to be a part of the crowd. But you might just have a lot of things on your mind, and you might have a lot of things that you're trying to accomplish. See here too, we have the Two of Pentacles. Can also be like juggling one's, you know, endeavors, but this could also point to someone who has a lot of things going on at the same time. Hence why we have the two and the juggling of, okay? Now the World card tells me here too, in the world, okay? A lot of things going on, you know, in your life. Maybe you're trying to make an impact in the world too as well, you know, and that needs your focus right now. Maybe you are not really concerned about getting to know anybody new, because you know that if they were to come in, then you'd have to give your time to them. Guys, that's exactly where I'm at right now. I really can't get to know anybody. I mean, I know what the state of the world is in right now, but even if the state of the world was not in, you know, what it's in right now, I would not have the time to get to know anybody, because then you know that you have to be available to meet up and stuff, and I just don't have that kind of time. Now, you could be very lost in your thoughts when people meet you. You could seem like, again, like I said, like someone who is very distant, very distant. It's like their body's here, but they're physically, or like not physically, or they're mentally just really somewhere far. And you could come off as a kind of like a dreamer, or like maybe people even kind of call you a space cadet. I mean, it's a rude word. It's a rude word to call someone that. It's definitely an insult, but you might get this a lot. Like, snap out of it. Are you here? Did you hear me? You might have this glossed over look too when you are around people. Like, you're just there, but you're not really listening to anything they have to say. Interesting. So with this pile, I definitely don't feel like you're intimidating. I just feel like you are confusing, if anything. A type of personality that's hard to get to know. Maybe people feel like you don't want to really get to know them, like you're in your own world and you are just like distant, really distant. So interesting. I don't really have much more to say with this pile. I wish I could go longer, but I just don't. Let me know if anything there resonates, okay, guys? And thanks so much for watching. Okay, pile two, let's see what's going on with you. How intimidating are you? Okay, so there's definitely levels to this. There's levels to this. It's pretty good for the most part, but we do see something here. I do see something here. So let's just start off the bat with you're a really good time. You're interesting as hell. People want to get to know you. You could be a very likable person. People could want you around in their groups. I don't know if you have a thing with groups. I don't know if you have a group of friends, but you're really the life of that group. You bring a smile to like everybody, you know, everybody's face when they meet you. You're really beautiful as well too. So let's just be real, guys, here. People who look good and have this kind of banging personality at the same time tend to be, you know, what people kind of want in their, you know, group. Okay, so it's not like that doesn't matter here, because what's telling me that is the Queen of Wands. We have to talk about the Queen of Wands when it comes to her beauty. She's an above average looking female, okay? But not only that, you're also beautiful on the inside with the Sun card. So it's not just like an outer thing, because you can be as beautiful as you want, but if you're ugly on the inside, nobody wants to be around you. Now this could tell me here, I feel like there's a lot of people that want at you, or there's a lot of people that you know, or a lot of people that like you, and maybe when someone meets you, they know about all these other people. You could be a person who has a lot of people around. The Four of Wands here is what tells me that people want to be constantly doing things with you, maybe asking you to do things, talking, sending a lot of messages. They like your input. They like your advice. They like everything about you. But I'm going to tell you something. There's something here happening here with the Seven of Swords. You're coming across as someone who, even though they feel all this, they don't totally trust, okay? So with this pile, it's interesting because I wouldn't say you're intimidating. You're very approachable, actually. You could be a person who smiles a lot or just has a friendly demeanor about you. You know, whether you're walking into a store or you just are, you know, pleasant looking. And I mean even facially, okay? Because sometimes people can have faces that are just like the way they are, like the features are positioned, they just look like, you know, intimidating. You don't have that. You're very beautiful. But there's something about you that makes them feel like they can't trust you. Now, this is interesting to me. I want to take some time to figure out what that is. Okay, I think I know what this is. This could be a situation where because you know so many people and so many people like you, maybe they feel like they're nothing to you because you have so much other people to kind of back them up with. So you would maybe easily discard of them. Or you could have a type of personality that's a little bit like, I don't want to say like bitchy, but there's things that you say in the way you communicate that maybe give them hints of this. You know, maybe you're a type of person who knows who you are. You know that you're all this good stuff, and you might kind of sometimes gloat about it, and they don't, maybe it doesn't rub them the right way. Now, I'm not sitting there and saying that you're saying to people, oh, I'm so beautiful. Oh, this guy wants me. I'm so hot. Like, that's annoying as F. I'm talking about maybe just through your experiences with people. You know how when you tell your friends stuff like that, like, oh, you know, I met this guy and he's just like really annoying. He won't stop texting me. It could be stuff like that, or whatever happens for you in life. You might have a lot of things that go right for you and that you're sharing these experiences and people are just taking it some different way. Ooh. You might have a lot of people around you or a few people around you who you don't know who they are, okay? Because I get that you're a friendly person. I feel like you're open. The sun would tell me that. And you might be a little too trusting with the people that are around you. So now I'm kind of understanding what this is. So you might have a lot of fans. So you're not intimidating, okay? Let's just get that out of the way. You're not intimidating. But at the same time, you have way too many fans that you're not really, and you're so kind-hearted, and your heart is too pure that you're not seeing these people for who they are. So you gotta be careful, okay? I feel like whoever's watching this and this is resonating with them, you kind of are like, I know exactly what you're talking about. But I feel like at the same time, even if you knew about these people, you wouldn't just cut them off though. You would maybe just kind of watch them. Or maybe you have this philosophy with you. Keep your enemies closer. It might be a situation like that here. Now with the Star card, you are really like magical. So there's something about your presence when you enter a room. I'm not surprised by this with the Queen of Wands. She's that type of person who will walk into a room and stop like the traffic, okay? People will kind of just like be eating it and they kind of like don't eat and they watch you. It's an energy, and the sun is also energy, okay? Subliminally. So you could come across as like something that people feel pulled in by, but don't necessarily know. So it's not like they're gonna sit there and say, oh, I was so pulled in by your energy. No, they're not gonna say that, but they're definitely attracted. And this is both ways, you know, let's not like get into things, you know, this can be for women to women, you know, it doesn't have to always be a sexual thing. Like women can be attracted to us, just more like wanting to get to know who we are, or like they want to be our friend. Okay, so there's definitely this going on. Now, with the Two of Cups here, I really always equate this to, it's very much a card of friendship. Okay, so you kind of, people might look at you, you might find that women around you kind of really want to kind of latch, or they kind of have a brief conversation with you and they're like, oh, we should hang out and have coffee. They want to latch. I feel like people are very attracted. They want to latch onto you. They want to get to know you. And you're equally attracted just by the opposite sex as well, okay? There's something within you with the Nine of Cups. You possess a lot of traits that people want. And what is that? Let's just be real. Pleasant attitude, funny, you know, has goals going on for them, you know, very beautiful, would look good in their, circle. You kind of check off all the lists, okay? All the checklists, checkpoints on that list for people. So there's no way that you can come across as intimidating whatsoever. I guess, had a side message here that you have to be careful with some people in your circle, or even if they're not in your circle, people who watch, because I feel like with this personality, and definitely because it's not just looks, it's also energy, you can attract a lot of lower vibrations, okay? It's a given. It's a given. So please keep these people, like, I think you're doing the right thing by not cutting them off. I think that actually that saying has a lot of validity to it, but watch them. Just be very careful and watch them, because there's something about you that they want to steal. And I'm not talking about you, but it's something that you have, okay? And I don't know if it's the energy that you have, or if it's like copycats. Be very careful with copycats. They're out there and they're very real, and it can get very scary. I had one like that in a workplace who would literally copy everything I was doing, and everybody else noticed it around them, but I was like too scared to say anything. I mean, I eventually left that job, but that was very weird, okay? It can happen. And I feel like you have that type of banging personality that, it could happen to you. It could happen to you. So are you intimidating? Absolutely not. You are actually quite the opposite. Very approachable, very funny, very beautiful. And people kind of see themselves with you, either with, being, your person, your man, or your friend. They want you around. Your energy is very attractive, okay? At the same time, that can be quite scary too, but let's just focus on the positive for now. It's very attractive energy. So you are not intimidating, okay? This is not a pile that's intimidating whatsoever. This is interesting how this is going so far. Pile 1 is completely different than this. But as this pile, I'm labeling you actually quite approachable. So let me know what you thought, pile 2, and thank you so much for watching. Okay, pile 3. Let's see what's going on with you. How intimidating are you? Here we go. Here we go. That's what I was looking for. The first 2 piles were so weird, like so confusing for this topic. Here we go. Okay, so as far as the title of this video, this is the pile so far that represents the title, okay? So how intimidating you are? Extremely intimidating. Now remember, okay, I don't know if you skipped through my intro. How people view us is not exactly how we are, okay? They don't know who we are. And remember, we never really know how we are unless we actually step foot out of our body and took a look at, who we were or experienced us from a third standpoint, okay? You are represented by the Emperor, the Queen of Swords, and the Hierophant. Oh my goodness, okay? So you could be a very, very strong individual. I'm not saying that you're going out there and you are, demanding, or putting down your boundaries. It's the way you carry yourself, okay? You could be that strong alpha female, the quiet one. You know that quiet one who watches you in the corner and she doesn't have to say a damn thing. She just watches you and there's an energy about you. This could be very Scorpionic energy. I'm not saying that you're a Scorpio, but it's that type of Scorpio energy. Now, I've experienced some females with this type of energy, but I've always experienced the Scorpio men like this. There's an energy here that is it's silent, but it's strong, and there's an undercurrent of je ne sais quoi, honestly. I cannot say, okay? But it kind of gives you, as another human, experiencing this, the idea that, this person, is not to be messed with, okay? You cannot mess with this person, okay? And they don't have to say anything about it, okay? It's just their stature. It's just their energy. It's the way they move their body. You could be very much a boss with this personality. I'm not going to put that past. With the Hierophant card and the Judgment card, you could also have... be very strong in your convictions, whatever you believe in, okay? I'm not gonna go through all the things you believe in, that you might believe in, whatever you believe in, okay? People might be very aware of this, okay? And maybe be actually in so much fear that they would never even actually oppose it, even if they did, you know, maybe start a discussion with you. Nobody wants to debate with this pile, because I feel like with this pile, you may have your convictions, but you also know how to back it up. There's a lot of people out there who have convictions, and then when you actually have an intelligent conversation with them, they don't even know how to carry it forward. You are intellectual, okay? You're intelligent, and you know how to carry forth those thoughts and beliefs. So much so that it actually might, you might change people. You might actually change people, because they might actually be so swayed by your words and your findings and your, how do I explain, like, you know, definitions of whatever, or your history or your knowledge of it, that it actually turns them. They might go home and be like, holy crap, you know what? Like, I think she's right. I really think she's right. So this pile is definitely making an impact in the world. And I feel like when you make an impact like this in the world, you can't always come across as the likable one, which kind of sucks. It really does. But this is how it goes, okay? So you could be also coming across as Tower, okay? Tower card would be like, you know, it's like a shaking up of, you could maybe be a catalyst. You could have been a catalyst for many people. You could also maybe really know how to give it to somebody, okay? And what I mean by that is, let's say someone's being stupid around you. There's no holds bar when you come at them, okay? And I'm not saying that you're going below the belt. I really feel like it's intelligent and it's intellectual, but it stings. So with the Queen of Swords, I'm not surprised, because, you know, she will kill you with words. She's actually a master with her words. She doesn't have to do much, okay? She can give you actually one look at the corner eye and be like, blah, 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 and it will hit you, and you'll be like, whoa. Okay, so this makes sense to me. Now, with the Four of Swords here, we got to talk about this too. So, like I said, you cannot go into battle this with this person, okay? You cannot. She's going to come for you. She will take on your challenge. And I'm not saying that you're immature, okay? It's not an immature thing here. I feel like you're doing what you should. I actually have a lot of, how do I say, I'm jealous of this pile, actually, to be honest, because I don't really do well with confrontation. I mean, I like to suss people out, and then whether I can see if I can take them on. But there are some people I've come across when I kind of feel their energy, I'm like, I'm not going up against this one, okay? So I'm kind of like jealous of this pile, because it doesn't matter with you. It doesn't matter if it's like a police officer. It doesn't matter if it's like your teacher. It doesn't matter if it's your parent. You're going to school the shit out of them, but in a professional way, so much so that it gets them. So you're intimidated in the sense that maybe people who already know you know not to start. You might get a lot of people just nodding their head like, like they don't even want to. If you kind of sense that and you're like, what's wrong with these people? Like, why don't they want to, you know, engage? It's because they're intimidated, okay? I can't deny the fact too that we have, I'm looking at the face of these people. I mean, look at the face of these people. I don't know if you can see here. Look at the face on these three people. Do you see their face? So there could be a physical appearance here. What do I mean by that? Sometimes the way our facial features are positioned on our face, we can kind of look more intimidating than we are. Although with this, you know, pile, you are. This is a resting bee face, okay? Resting bee face. I mean, there might be a way that you kind of make up your face too. I'm not gonna lie. There could be a few of you out there that have a screw face, okay? Maybe you know it's been working for you so far and you've kind of just adopted this, okay? Maybe it's the face you make when you want people to stay away from you. I don't really get with this pile either, that you kind of are into making friends. I mean, hell yeah, sure, why not? But it's not at the forefront of your life, okay? You might have a lot of things you're trying to do. You know, like I said, I feel like this pile is trying to make an impact in the world, and I don't know what that is, okay? You will have to, you know, read between the lines. This is, you know, a general reading, but you're not really focused on how people, you don't care how people view you. You clicked on this video for entertainment purposes, which is what you're supposed to be doing. So while I'm reading this to you, and if you feel like it resonates, it's not like you're gonna sit there and care about it or jump off this video and be like, oh, I don't like that, I should change something. No, and don't change anything, you know, because I feel like this is really who you are. You're very strong, okay, in your personality, and the strength card is here, my goodness. So, and you're represented by the Emperor. Let's just reiterate, okay? You're represented by the Emperor, the Queen of Swords, and the Hierophant. Whoa, like whoa, okay? There's not even a way that you could be any different than the way you are. There's not even like if you tried to work on yourself, you would be anything. This is who you are. This is natural energy. This is authentic. This is not someone who's trying to put up a wall because they've been hurt. I mean, maybe you have been hurt, but this is not a facade, okay? You're not carrying any baggage. This is who you are. Now, what I like about down here, oh my God, I just realized you got 2 Tower cards. Wow, you're really shaking up the world. You know, I don't know if there's maybe one of you out there who's a speaker or speaks for injustice, but if you are, like, please keep doing it because your voice is actually making a change. It's making an impact, okay? So this is beautiful here too. Nobody can really say anything to you, okay? You have this stuff to back up, and I hope you can kind of understand from the words that I use, because I know I stumble on my words, but it's like, okay, there's people out there who talk S-H-I-T or come with something, but they have nothing to back it up. You have a lot to back it up. Not only do you have the knowledge, I feel like with the 9 of Pentacles, you're really put together. You might have your ducks in a row. You might be, you know, successful. People might know, you know, what you have going on for yourself. Maybe because of this personality, you've achieved a lot, okay? It works for you. So there's something here with not being able to take you on, okay? Really not being able to take you on. Interesting. With the Strength card here too, the reason why you're also intimidating is because you can take a lot, okay? What do I mean by that? You're not easily broken. You're not like that person who, like, if someone came at you and spewed some things, you would fold whatsoever. You're strong, okay, in your energy, in, you know, the way you conduct yourself. You don't let anything kind of bother you. That's intimidating in itself. Never mind you, just your strength, okay? People might know of things that you've been through or maybe what's currently going on in your life, and they're like, I don't know how she does it. I really don't. And it's intimidating because it's like, they kind of look at themselves and they're like, well, if she can do it, what's wrong with me, you know? Like, really, what's wrong with me? Like, why I look like an idiot compared to her. So this pile 3, you're the epitome of what this video is about, okay? So if you clicked on it and you were hoping to, like, let's say be intimidating, ding, 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 this was the pile. So I don't have anything more to say. Let me know what you thought, and thank you so much for watching pile 3. Okay, pile 4. Oops. Let's see what's going on with you. Okay. How intimidating are you? Okay, so you are intimidating. You're actually, I wouldn't say as strongly as pile 3, but this is intimidating, but in the sense of, whoa, I'm feeling a common theme here with competing. Like, a lot of people want to compete with you. Why is that? I don't know. Let's start very slowly here, okay? Page of Wands. Look at the way that this man is standing on the card so elegantly. He has a posture about him. He has a body language. I mean, it's interesting. They say body language is actually 70% of our communication. The way that man's standing on that card, he looks intimidating to me. Only because of, like, just the way he has his head up. It's like he knows who he is. He's dressed very sophisticatedly. Not only that, very creatively, because let me look at this outfit. My goodness. And confident. So you're intimidating because you behold all of those things I just said, okay? There's very much a confidence here You come across as pleasant. I'm not going to sit here and say that you know, have a resting bee face or anything like that, like pile 3. You're pleasant, but you're highly, highly confident. And that confidence is actually making people feel quite uncomfortable for some reason. Maybe you're encountering people who are of lower vibrations and who have bad intentions and just are not able to kind of do what they want to do with you, okay? Knight of Swords and the Chariot, I mean, to me, it's like representation of the same thing, like highly driven towards your goals. You might be willing to make it at all costs, in the sense like you never give up. You are just like on your way, like I'm on my way. I don't see nothing except for my goal. It's almost like I have tunnel vision. Like I just don't see anything on the side. Okay. People might be aware of this, you know. You have a lot of ambitions in life. Like that's a given here. And maybe people kind of want to have that too, and they don't. So it's intimidating for them because it's like they don't really know how to go about getting it, but you just naturally have it. Now with the 3 of Cups here too, you could be in a crowd. Give me a second. You could always be in a crowd, or you could have a lot of people around, or you could have a really good family. It's kind of like that situation, you know, it's coming to my head. You know, when you see somebody in a crowd, or you want to approach that you want to approach, but you can't because they're in a crowd. You might have a lot of people protecting you, or there's a lot of people around who kind of think very great things about you and love you a lot. So that's intimidating. Like you see the circle, it's almost like so interesting to me. It's like you're protected by many people. So these people can't infiltrate the circle. Very interesting. I've never actually picked up that one before in a reading. With the Justice card here again, like you could be very strong in your convictions, you know. You might be around people who maybe don't have the same belief system as you, you know, maybe they don't, you know, think, I don't know, women should work, or maybe they don't think people of the same sex should get married, but you're just like, no, you're not going to bring that around me. And you are strong in your convictions. So with the Justice card, it always points to someone who's really fair, but not only that, like when they debate, they have the stuff and the knowledge to back it up. So you could be forcing people to kind of think outside the box. But you're intimidating in the sense that no one would really want to bring their thoughts to you if they knew that you opposed them, okay? Because they know they'd be shut down. Now, with the Strength card here, you might have went through a lot of battles in life. And again, it's like that thing, you know, I'm hearing like, I don't know how she does it. I don't know how she does it. It's like you've picked yourself up. It's not even like there was anything that exhibited like weakness with you, you know, when you were going through these things. So that's intimidating in itself, because it's like you're not breakable. Like you're not, maybe, I don't know what this is. I don't know if you suffer in silence or if you keep your stuff to yourself, but no one will ever see you like destructive or, you know, break down. I mean, her face on this card is just so calming too, you know. She may have been through many things, but you'll never see it. She'll never wear it, you know. Now here, you know, we have the Ace of Wands with the Chariot again, you know. You could be very passionate, okay, or creative, and there's something that you may hold, okay. I don't know if that's, you know, you are creative, you know, as far as getting on YouTube. Maybe you draw paintings, maybe you're a photographer. There's something artsy though, or creative going on. Or it could be also too that there's people out there who want to start businesses, and while the business may be, you know, very, you know, not creative, you know a way to kind of be creative to get this business off the ground, okay? Or you might even be like a really intelligent thinker and know how to place things the way where they're supposed to be so that it works out, okay? You have, with this pile, your mind is very bright, okay? And maybe through your words or how you speak, or maybe you might have a way with words, it shows through with that, okay? And people are just like, wow, you know, like really intimidated by that, because again, you hold some sort of power. When you have something like that, especially intellectually, you hold power over people who are, because the other people, they fall into self-esteem. Sorry about that. Maybe they don't feel like they're good enough, to kind of, but you've pushed past that, I'm not saying that you've had the perfect life, okay? But maybe you've, rised up and they can't, they just can't. So you're one hell of a woman with this pile, like really one hell of a woman, because I really do feel like you've been through some things, but like I said, like you'll never wear it, okay? And look, with the 9 of Wands here, it says that your endeavors are very successful, or you're a woman who's on look at her. She's standing there, she's lighting her torch. She's going to be victorious no matter what. It doesn't matter what happens to her, okay? So you might have a personality that is very positive and always seeing the glass full, half full, or, I can do whatever I put my mind to. And it's intimidating because you have a peace within you that maybe others can't reach. Remember, if you're intimidating to somebody, this is someone who's, would view you like this, okay? They might have different, traits than you. That's why they would find you intimidating. Now, if you have a friend who is just like this, she's not going to find you intimidating, okay? But your will to win at all costs, it's intimidating, which sucks because, if anything, these people should be following it as, follow it, and maybe you would even help them too, along their journey with help building up their confidence. So yeah, I don't know. With this 5 of Wands, we will say here though too, that's kind of what showed me, you're very strong in your convictions, but you're not afraid to stand up for what's right, okay? And that's intimidating because, I'm telling you, to someone who is afraid of confrontation or, stays silent about things, they kind of wish they had that will, So you're willing to, if you see something, you say something that's not right. Maybe if you see someone picking on someone, you're like all up in there, and this could also be for yourself as well. If someone's saying something stupid in the background, you're just like, excuse you. And then you start to tell them and you back it up with knowledge and you leave them kind of stunned, because maybe they didn't know about the stuff that you were bringing to them. But there's also elements here too of not being able to kind of confront you. 5 of Wands is very much like that. Like you cannot step to this person, okay? You're gonna have to come really correct, and you're gonna have to have your words intact, your backup knowledge intact. So this is a pile you cannot step to, 100%. But overall, this was pretty great. I just thought that this was very interesting here, that you have a lot of people who are willing to protect you. I mean, this could be your mother, your father, who knows, but there's a unit behind this person. And the other main theme here too is the willing to succeed at all costs. It doesn't matter how many times I fail, I'm gonna get up there and I'm gonna keep going, okay? So this is very intimidating, very intimidating. I don't think people can also tell you no. I feel like there's a little bit of a hint here that's telling me or making me feel like that, I can't tell this person no. You might not, it might be very hard for people to tell you no. I don't know that. But yeah, pile 4, pretty cool. Let me know what you thought and thank you so much for watching.